not going to mess around here and let you all go to heaven and I go to hell. No, sir. But never do it. Everything in me points towards pleasing God. If it means giving up my rights, I'll give it up in a minute. Whatever it is. No, man. No. I ain't going to let nothing separate me. In fact, he said, hey, what will separate us from the love of God? Nothing at all. So, when you know that there's nothing that separates you from God, if you in him, you got to hold on for dear life. For dear life, hold on. Because you only have one life to live. You don't have 9 like a cat. They say a cat got 9 lives. I don't know, I always heard that. But even that, you're not a cat. And so, you know you, after you leave this world, that's it. It's not coming back, making nothing right. After you die, you ain't going up there to plead. Ain't nobody up there to plead your case. If you didn't do it while you was here, it's too late once your eyes close. So we are just trying to get dressed up now in order to go to heaven. That's all. That's why nobody can hinder you but you. Nobody can hinder me but me. You can say whatever you want to. You can do whatever you want to, but only me can hinder me. So that's what we have to always remember, that we are to please God. As saints of God, God wants us to, he want to please us. He wants to be a blessing in our life. He wants us. See, he has already anointed us and already gave us the power, the Holy Ghost. I want to ask you, hello, I'll hit on you and Sister Jerna, and Ella Robinson. Now, what's the difference in a person and an animal? Hello? Y'all there?
Well, a human being, yes. I'm here. I'm answering.
What's the difference between an animal and a human being?
A human being, we was made in the image of God.
Huh?
We was made in his likeness. So we wasn't made
Yeah.
with paws and beastly
No,
form.
what? Now we have what? A mind, spirit, and soul.
Yeah, right.
So
So you didn't.
now, what's the difference between us and the animal?
We have a free will of choice. They don't have no choice. They have to depend on.
They have
Did
what?
you hear that? They said we have a free will of choice. Animals don't have no choice. And we were made to rule over them.
And we ain't animals. We
They
human
have
beings.
Right.
They have a soul.
We have a soul. Animals don't have a soul.
Huh?
We have a soul.
We have a soul. The animals have a soul.
I'm still in church, Elizabeth.
So what's the difference between animals and humans?
Well, Bishop, as I said, God made us in his spirit, like him, in his likeness. He didn't make animals in his likeness. He said he gonna make men in his image. So that's the number one difference. That's the number one difference. Now the second one. Now wait a minute. You gonna let me answer, or you gonna answer? Now which one is? Go ahead. You talk. I'm a hush. Go ahead.
I have to change this around a little bit. If an animal dies and a human dies,
What is this? What is
what
this?
happens to them?
What is this? I ain't even answering that. Let somebody else play along.
The animal got a soul, the human got a soul, and a body.
It still boils back to just what I
Anybody
said.
else say that?
It still boils back to
Huh?
what I said. Still boil back to what I said. Whichever way you want to take the question, it still boils back that we are more connected to God than an animal.
I
Now,
understand
somebody else
that,
can
but
answer.
I'm saying,
That's the best way I can explain it. This is foolishness. Call somebody else. Okay?
hello.
Thank you.
If a man dies and an animal dies,
What is
what
that?
happens?
Like we know.
The animal got a body. The animal got
He
a
must
soul.
we know the answer.
Now what happens to
Don't listen
and
to
man got a soul and man got a body?
Man body gonna be caught up. Animal soul gonna
Now,
deteriorate.
wait a minute. Now you said the man's body gonna be caught up.
The man body, the spiritual body of the man, that's gonna be changed in the twinkling of an eye, is gonna be caught up to meet him, and the animal body is gonna deteriorate.
Now.
Now, is you trying to say that there's gonna be an animal hell?
No, I'm not saying that.
No,
I'm saying that
I'm just hypothetically.
you almost. Huh?
Go ahead.
No. No. You see, animals die, their body going back to the dust. Man die, his body is going back to the dust also. But the difference is we have a spirit. That animal doesn't have a spirit. That's the difference between animals and humans. He don't have a spirit. He have a soul, but he don't have a spirit. So his body deteriorates, go back to the dust. Our body, when we die, they put us in the grave, and then we go back to the dust also. Now, only when we get our other body, then we'll be changed. But the difference is the spirit that's in us. So we have a lot to thank God for. And as we said before, we are people of God, and we have to allow God to work it out in our life. You see, if we want something from God, we got to be diligent and be. See, God ain't going to give us nothing if we don't look for it, hunger for it. If we hunger for righteousness, we can get righteousness. Anytime we want to know something about God, if you get before God and agonize God, you're going to get it. And he don't say, I prayed one time and God come up. No, you might pray for something for 6 months, sometime a year before you get it. Sometimes you've been praying for things for years and still ain't got it. But that's the kind of God we serve. But God is able to meet our needs. And all God wants us to do is walk upright before him, be obedient to him. He's a good and faithful servant. That's what he's looking for. He's looking for that out of us as we come to church, as we're on our Bible study, in our Sunday school, in our church, whatever. God is looking for faithfulness out of us. All of us have had jobs, right? All of us have worked one time or another. I don't care if we didn't work for 6 months or 2 months. We have jobs. And on our job, they gave us a time to be on our job. Didn't they? So if I had to be on the job from 8 to 4 o'clock, I couldn't come there 8:30 and claim that I was going to, something was going to happen if I continue doing that. So now, when we serve God, we have to be careful with how we serve God and how we go before God. God said, I'm a jealous God. So if we're going to go to God and we stay before God begging Him and pleading with Him for so many things, and yet still we're so disobedient ourselves. We want a lot from God, but we are not helpful to one another, and we are not reverent to God. Because after all that God has done for us, we shouldn't be able to turn our back on Him. I often think of this song. When I think of the goodness of Jesus and all that He's done for me, Lord have mercy. Sometimes I'm in the house here and I'm just thinking of the thing that God has brought me through, brought me from, and didn't allow certain things to happen. Oh my God. It's amazing. And then didn't do these things, and then I'm going to mess around and allow Satan to cause me to go down the hill with all these prostitutes, gamblers, liars, whoremongers, murderers, all kind of people. I don't even know the name of half of it. But I'm grateful to God for what He is. And we're not here on this class here trying to put you down or anything. We just want one another to see where we at with God. See how we're living before God. See, are we pleasing to God? Not the bishop, not the pastor, not the members, but are we pleasing to God? And if we please God, we're going to please one another.
That's true.
Because I don't think we can get and please God and grant in God's face and carry on and then get up and throw bricks at me. I don't think that could happen. And if it do happen, if